Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Cramps in the Pocket, a Beam Saber campaign. I'm Ember, your host and game master. I'm sort of a new mecha fan, but I hope you'll enjoy this sci-fi world I've created. These games are streamed live on twitch.tv/frogcast, and you can catch the VODs at youtube.com/@frogcast. The cast of Cramps is as follows. Bluto, he, they, as Marasime Mendoza, he, him, aka Coyote, the officer. B, any pronouns, as Kane Ashvale, she, her, aka Deadzone, the ace. Dick, he, him, as Hawk Inase, he, him, aka Hawk, the envoy. And Kian, she, her, as Cammy Bocklin, she, her, aka Symbolist, the empath. Without further ado, I hope you enjoy this first episode of Cramps in the Pocket. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Beam Saber, Episode 1. No Hope for Green Dogs. This is our first session of Beam Saber here in this campaign. This is basically our first time playing, so there are going to be some bumps, there are going to be some issues, we're going to probably be checking the book a lot, there might be technical issues as I've set up a couple new things for this session, but I'd just like all of you to know that we're doing our best. And I hope it turns into a good show for all of you. I am joined by my four wonderful friends who are here in the Star Wars RPG. Bluto, who's currently being savaged by velociraptors.
The space bear again.
The paw rates have gotten him.
And that was Kian.
Hello.
Hello. And I'm joined by Dick.
Who?
And B.
Howdy, everybody.
Okay, good. I'm glad one of us is polite.
We're really all excited to play this. I just request that you give us a little leeway if there are any issues or if anything is slow this episode. But yeah, anything y'all want to say before we hit the intro video and properly begin?
Thank y'all for all stopping by. I appreciate the fact that you are willing to stick with us goobers as we learn a new system.
Yeah, me too.
Every one of us here who is not Ember will absolutely beat the crap out of you if you be mean to Ember because she put in a lot of work on this.
Oh yeah, no, like gloves off, dick out, I will be beating your ass. Nobody wants to fight a dude with his dick out.
I thought
You
this
gotta
was
move.
the Simpsons tabletop role-playing game stream.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, my
My
character's
bad.
from Shelbyville. Editor Cass, in the future, please cut all of that out. Okay, let's do it. Intro time. See you soon. It has been 200 years since the great exodus from Earth. Thousands of colony ships left the dying world in search of a new home. 2 factions survived. The Zaros Republic found a habitable system and rebuilt. The Hegemony of Man found nothing, cursed to drift through the void until a lone Zarosian ship found them. They guided the Hegemony back to their system, eager to reunite with their lost clan. The Hegemony attacked immediately. The war lasted 3 days. Zaros was forced to surrender. The Hegemony proclaimed themselves humanity's arbiters, guiding them into the future. In the 5 years since, the Hegemony have taken over everything. Planets are occupied, mechs stomp through our streets, warships blot out the sun. Pockets of resistance coalesce together into the RAUZ. They put their lives on the line to drive the Hegemony off their worlds. This is their story. RAUZ Squadron Upsilon are on-board a transport, a civilian transport, headed to the colony ship stuck in permanent orbit over the planet of Proxus. This colony ship is the Good Hope. It was one of the ships that made it to the Zaros system, one of the few lucky vessels of humanity to escape from Earth and find a habitable place. Not everybody wanted to leave the ship, though, and the ship gave up its engines and most of its infrastructure to become an orbiting space station over Proxus. This place is independent, run by its own station security and administration, and it really wants nothing to do with the currently occupied Zarosian government. We join our 4 heroes as they sit in a transport hold alongside 5 or 6 dozen other people making their way up to the ship. Who do we see there? Pluto.
Hi, I'm Mendoza, call sign Coyote. I'm a very official-looking officer of part of the rebellion. I'm very tall, very wizened-looking, I would say. And I would definitely be looking at a data pad, making sure everything's going to schedule on this little operation that we're doing here. That while we're sitting,
Who's sat next to Coyote?
Most likely it would be Kane. She is currently picking her fingernails as she recounts the most recent tattoo that she's gotten. Very hard to define what a new tattoo looks on someone who is covered nearly head to toe in them. But hey, she doesn't care. These tattoos are for her. She is the ace of the group. And as such, she takes her job relatively seriously, as well as keeping her appearance in line with such. Her outfit is neatly pressed. There's not even a piece of hair on her that is out of shape, out of its place, and very rarely does she allow herself, even in these quiet moments, to have any sort of jewelry on her.
Hell yeah. All right. Hawk, what are you up to?
Hawk, Inose, call sign Hawk. I didn't feel like coming up with one of those fancy little nicknames that all other pilots tend to come up with. I have my back pressed against the wall of the transport, just kind of watching everybody else, Being ex-hegemony, you never know who's going to decide to be a little smartass or do something like that. And, being an ex-public figure, you never know who's also going to just notice my face and either be nice or a little less nice. Either way, as the envoy of this group, I am used to being the center of attention, but right now I know that that's not necessarily going to be fortuitous for me.
Hell yeah. You said you're a public figure? In what way?
Ah, yeah. Well, I could talk your ear about Slam Bulb back in the day. What used to be a ex-professional player, you know. But enough about me. What part of my real skill is knowing a little bit more about, anybody else in the room, gathering information, using that legacy as a player to get leverage over others. You see, the better you think you understand me, the better I understand you.
Hell yeah. And where is Cammy? Where is Symbolist?
Cammy is sitting on a like a box of like rations or something, using it as a sort of a makeshift seat. Her eyes are distracted. She's fiddling with a pen, just like flipping it over, kind of feeling the weight of it in her fingers, clicking the top, and then unclicking it. Distracted, fiddling, stimming, one might say. Cammy Bachlan is a young woman, about average height, looks a bit frazzled in some ways, soft features, hardened eyes. Cammy used to be a painter, kind of big in certain niche subcultures, a specific group of art appreciators in this part of the galaxy would speak in hushed tones about her work. Paintings of landscapes, the starry skies, cosmos. Scholars often debate, her the political underpinnings of her work. But Cammy doesn't know really all about that too much. Cammy would just paint what she'd see in her mind. She has this sort of instinctual connection to the way other people think, the way other people feel, and she would take that what she felt in others and put it on the canvas. After a disaster in her home colony, she can't bring herself to go back to the easel. All she sees is blood on the canvas, blood where the paint should be, and she's not been sure what to do with herself. The only thing that's calmed her is sitting in the pilot's seat, and so that's what's brought her here. That and this sense of rebellion, the sense of sticking it to the man, but she doesn't know about all that. She just knows she's happier here than where she was, and try not to think too far into the future.
All right, the four of you make up RAUZ Squadron Upsilon, one of the newer squadrons of pilots brought together in the RAUZ, the Rebel Alliance to unify Zaros, as your home, your system, the place, well, most of you grew up, has been occupied by an opposing force, by the Hegemony of Man, a set of ships, a flotilla that was moving through space after the exodus of Earth that has come down hard on the only habitable system they've found. And, well, there were people already there, but they are under hegemony control now, and it is all your jobs to get them out. So, working on your datapad, Coyote, you know that you have a call to make to your commander to get your mission details. What are you going to do about that?
I guess I'm gonna try and find a more secluded area in this little room that we're in to start the call.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to head for like a corner, or are you going to try and head
Yeah,
out
just a
like
corner.
into a corridor, find somewhere else?
A corner.
Okay.
I think a corner's fine.
You bringing anyone with you?
I'm gonna bring Hawk.
Oh boy.
The broad slam ball player will probably make a good block for anyone trying to get too close. Yeah. Last time we decided that all of your communication was done via basically pages. And then if you wanted to connect up audio wise, you needed to connect a special headset. Presumably you still have yours on you from the last mission.
Yes.
I would.
Great. Hell yeah. So you head over to a corner, you hunker down, you hook your headset up, and after a while, the line connects, and you are hoping to hear your commander, Lieutenant Rampart, the person who commands the Green Dog, or Assault Vessel 52, of the RAUZ military force. But instead, you hear somebody a little much further up the chain. You hear the voice of Vice Admiral Arlen Galil, who is one of the leaders of the RAUZ, the head of the, well, Navy, I suppose you could call it, but commands the military forces. Yeah, and they say, "What's your rank?"
What is my rank?
If Lieutenant Rampart is your superior, maybe Lieutenant Junior grade.
Sure, we'll say Lieutenant
JG.
Junior. Yeah, Junior grade.
Okay. So you hear the voice of Vice Admiral Arlen Galil. Lieutenant Junior Grade, Mendoza. Are you reading me?
Reading you loud and clear.
We have work for you today. A bit of a milk run after you screwed up that last mission.
What are the details of this mission?
You know the group of fighters you got on board the Green Dog, the Huskies?
Mm-hmm. Understood.
Yeah, you remember them as a group of toughs, specifically in the system. They are, an ace mobile suit for not mobile suits. That's not what we're doing. An ace mech force. Yeah, I can't believe I was the
First
one
one.
to
Wow.
I fucked it up. Yeah, Ace Mech Force. They are your little group. When you picked your squad playbook, you went with the Hunted, and as part of that, you have a group of toughs to command. And these are them. Unfortunately, they have gone AWOL recently, as Arlen continues. On leave at the Good Hope, we lost contact with them. They were expected back on the Green Dog several days ago, but haven't checked in. It's your job to head in there, find them, get them out. We hope They're holed up in some sort of bawdy brothel or something, wasting their credits on alcohol and companions. But we're worried it might be something more insidious. We understand the Hegemony Squad, the Void Wolves, have moved into the station recently. They might be ready to transport something or someone. And you remember the Void Wolves from your last mission. The people who were moving through to basically block you from hiring a mercenary force to work with the RAUZ.
Mhm.
Alan says, find the Huskies, bring them back. The Good Hope is independent. It is not associated with RAUZ. It is not associated with the Zerosian government. They operate a tense alliance with the Hegemony, but they don't allow fighting on board. This is why we've sent you in without your mechs. Your commander, Rampart, and gosh, what was the communications officer's name? A core?
Oh,
Somebody.
that's a
Bebop core. Yeah.
Bebop
There you
core,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
The
your
guy wanted
comms
this
officer.
voice.
Your comms officer and your commander are bringing your mechs on board as part of a cargo shipment. If you need them, they will be in one of the hangars, but preferably we get out without making a scene. Do not, and I repeat, do not threaten or employ force against civilians, and do not fire upon the Good Hope. The last thing we need is any sort of bad blood with them.
Understood.
Do you have any questions?
Are we expecting if the Void Wolves do anything unsavory towards the Good Hope, are we expected to help the Good Hope as part of a branch peace offering? Is that within the cards?
If you can get the Good Hope on side, then that will be an excellent job. But, wait. Don't make the
Mhm.
first move.
Understood. Any other questions? No, I don't think I have any, unless somebody else wants to suggest one. Unless Hawk wants to suggest one, because Hawk is the only one next to me.
Yeah, I was thinking, but you called out the only one I was thinking of like, hey, what if shit gets hot? No, I think I'm good.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Alan says, good luck. Don't fuck this one up, too. And clicks off. So yes, your employer for this mission is the RAUZ, your usual patron faction. Your target is the Void Wolves. Your objective is to find the Huskies and bring them back to the Green Dog. Your rules of engagement are no force against civilians or firing upon the Good Hope. Don't make the first move in combat against the Void Wolves. Great. So now, I believe, let me just have a look on the page here. We make our. You can all look around for information, I believe, is next. If anybody would like to make any sort of roll to gather information for this mission, maybe about the Good Hope or the people on there.
Can I go around and see whether or not
You are blown out.
Yeah,
Holy
you're
shit,
so
yeah.
loud for some
You
reason.
got so loud.
better?
No.
No.
Better?
I mean,
Yeah.
that's back to
Yeah.
normal-ish, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see if I can get information on the whereabouts, the last known whereabouts of the Huskies.
Sure, yeah. What are you going to do to get that information, really?
Can I talk to the rest of the crew of the RAUZ? Try to see to get a feeling as to why they could have potentially went AWOL.
You're currently on board a transport without direct contact to anybody else in RAUZ. You're like on a civilian ship, but you could, flash back, say that you checked this before you went out. Yeah. Or, it
Yeah.
isn't even a flashback here because we're gathering information. Yeah. Roll me a fortune roll, I guess. Unless you have a specific skill you want to use.
I do not believe I have a specific skill I could use in this situation, so I will do a fortune roll, which I will try to remember.
Give me 1d6. So the way the system works, for anybody at home who may not be familiar, all the dice in the system are d6s, and the results are fixed. On a 1 to 3, things go badly. You do not succeed and you suffer a consequence. On a 4 or a 5, you succeed but suffer a consequence, and on a 6, you succeed. You nail it. You got a 2, so all you got from the RAUZ at home is they were excited to go out. They were excited to get some leave. Fighting in a rebellion, fighting in a resistance. You don't always know when your next shore leave is going to be, so they were excited to go and blow some money. But other than that, nobody's really talking. The Huskies kind of keep to themselves, it feels like.
Can I
Mhm.
roll for talking to some of the civilians on the ship if they're looking forward to any like local like watering holes that are on the station,
Ooh.
like really popular ones?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that would be a good place
Who's
to
the
start our
person?
search.
Yeah, let's say one person is pretty receptive to you asking, what are they like?
I would say thin, wiry build. I would say probably has like thick spectacles on, especially in like a futuristic age. Like they're pretty thick. Um, I'm trying to think of how to describe their outfit. Mismatched. I wouldn't say that they're like necessarily here for that like
Mhm.
like watering hole kind of thing. They're just probably like a technician that's working on the Good Hope.
We'll call them Joyce.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're asking about what there is to do. Are you acting like a tourist? You're looking for
Yes, basically.
a
Like
good time?
exactly.
Sick. All right. Do you have a skill you want to use here, or just
I
use
want
the
to use
fortune roll?
consort.
Ooh, okay. Let me just go do the action roll. Okay, so this is information gathering, so there's not going to be too much of a consequence if you go for it. So yeah, roll. I'd say yeah. Let's just go ahead and roll.
What's the
See what you get
position?
as a result.
Risky.
Just yeah, risky. I'd say this person doesn't know you. With standard effect. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, success! Hell yeah!
Yay!
All right. Yes. They know that on board the Good Hope there is a number of places you can go and drink and blow credits. There's a casino on board, which is pretty popular with tourists.
Mhm.
There is a watering hole that, not a lot of regular people visit, but it's more for sort of like station security and hegemony pilots go there. Does somebody want to come up with a bar name for me, please?
The Downed Goose.
The Downed Goose. That's really good. Oh my
Not
god.
bad.
Putting that in the notes. Yeah, and you know that there are indeed like brothels if you want to find a companion for your time on board. A lot less regulated than on planet.
Gotcha.
Hell yeah. Um, yeah. Kian, Dick, you want to learn anything?
Would back at RAUZ HQ, I suppose. Would we have like had any like computer systems that would like maybe have a database that I could look up some facts about the Good Hope?
Yeah.
Just kind of a bit of the history, maybe a
Absolutely.
study.
I think that in this setting we are like sort of low tech, I'd say, but
Yeah,
still it's pretty
yeah,
widespread. So maybe not internet level, but you would have like a intranet across the Green Dog that a number of computers are wired into. And
yeah.
when Rails ships meet up, they do that trade of like computer disks, and that way they can update each other's data banks.
Yeah, yeah,
Sick. So yeah, you can study, you can look at the history of this place.
yeah. It's good to
Anything
study.
specific you're trying to find out?
I guess about like if there's like if the Good Hope has ever been in like conflicts that we should be aware of that like
Mhm.
might hold still like some presence on the place, like, you know, if there's any scars of any battles, or if, like, you know, the people there are receptive to, you know, or like, you know, wary of, like, you know, big soldiers coming through, that kind of a
Yeah.
thing, you
Hell
know.
yeah. All right, yeah, go ahead. Roll
Um,
me your study roll. Risky standard.
Risky standard.
yeah, risk. Oh,
Ooh, 3 and a 1. Okay. It seems there isn't much information. These either the computer systems are on the fritz, or this just isn't what people are looking at. The RAUZ are gathering information about the hegemony rather than independent targets.
mhm.
You know that you find out that there is a religious presence on board the Good Hope. One of the dominant religions in Zaros is the Order of the Black Rose. They are people who believed that after the exodus of Earth, we should not set foot on a planet again. These are pure spaces, and they can have pretty zealous groups as part of their religion, but they preach, pacifism.
That's, I mean, that's at least interesting.
Mm, thank
Who
you.
knows if that'll come up?
Yeah, Dick, you wanna learn anything?
I think I'm gonna try and figure out like what kind of security is going around on the Good Hope here. Like,
Mhm.
if we do need to, I mean, our mission orders are to not start shit, don't cause problems.
Mhm.
I want to know a way that we can either get out of line of sight or move without being immediately seen.
Sure. Yeah. You want to know if they're going to be looking for RAUZ folks?
Exactly.
Hell yeah. Do you have a skill you want to use for this?
Uh, you know what? I'm gonna find. I'm imagining, since even this is a security ship, there's just like regular like security guard guys and other shit like that just walking
Mhm.
around.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
gonna
Like
find.
this transport ship will have, Good Hope personnel on it.
I'm gonna find somebody, one of them that doesn't look too busy, kind of bored. You know, the true security guard. I'm just waiting for my hours to clock out. I'm gonna go chat him up and use sway to kind of sway him into being like, "Hey, man, you know, what's security look like? What's the day job like? Where you go, man? What's going on?"
Hell yeah. All right, go for it.
I need to. Where is my sheet? Why is my sheet not opening? Please. Please. Risky standard.
Yep.
And then I get +2. No, I don't do +2. It's just 0.
Partial success.
One.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
In swaying this guy, you can find out. Well, one, you can see this guy's pretty big, like broad, tall, beefy. You can't tell how much of that is like body armor and how much of that is like body. But either way, this guy's big, and you're big. You were a slime ball player. This
Absolutely.
guy's bigger than you.
So you look like a guy who's in the slam ball.
Yeah, when we get a chance to go around, maybe bet on a couple games down at the casino, but I don't
Hey man,
play.
that's fine. Even being a fan, you ever watch the games back in I forgot what you told us at one point what the fucking year is.
The year,
Yeah.
it is 203 AE after Exodus.
Oh yeah.
The hegemony occupied Zaros in 198, 5 years ago.
So, like, hey, I bet you used to watch the games back in the 90s, man. You're like, maybe maybe this, and then I start hinting at like, my team, start talking about like, yeah, you.
The
Look,
idea that people refer to AE 190 as the 90s is really funny.
I'm thank you, Kian, for getting the bit.
yeah, he goes, oh, maybe, I don't know, like I said, me and the boys, we get together, we'd make some light bets on it. I wasn't into the stats, I wasn't into the nerd shit about it, okay?
Oh no, same here, man. I'm more about actually playing the game myself. You might have known, Hawk back in the day.
There is a moment where you can see them thinking. You can watch the cogs click through behind their eyes before they go. The forward?
Yeah, man.
That's you?
Hell yeah, man.
He gives you like a shove and he goes, "Why the hell did you quit?"
Oh man, you know what war does to people? You're not allowed to just have fun during a war. Everybody starts questioning, starting poking and prodding. The first thing that went under is the whole league.
Jeez. Okay, man. You look, you you're hegemony, right? You know, we're all hegemony
Ex-hegemony.
now. I get it. Like you're gonna want to go to the Downed Goose. We got a squad there. They go crazy over you.
Oh yeah, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, I know you look like the type that like you've been here for a little while. Come find me. I'll get you a drink.
He gives you a little fist to bump.
I acknowledge. I reciprocate. Dap me up, good buddy.
Hell yeah. Yeah. All right. Anybody else want to gather any more information, or are we good to make our engagement roll? Or well, I think actually, are we good to declare how we're gonna approach this mission?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Great. Okay. So, time to pick your tactic going in. So, the tactic is the squad's method for taking on the objective. This is a general strategy and requires just one detail that explains how the mission operates. Select one of the following tactics and then determine the detail. Pilots don't need to plan excessively, flashbacks let them bring in special preparations and consideration of unanticipated complications. Here, I'm going to put this in the text channel that we're using for the notes, so you can read it, and I won't have to read all these out on stream, but highlight them. It is assault, deception, scientific, social, stealth, and transport.
All right, Lieutenant. Personal opinion. It looks like we're kind of going social.
I agree. I think social is the way to go. Social or deception. I mean, we're not really doing deception. It's more so we're going to be trying to find the Huskies. So I think that that's more of a social connection kind of thing. We're not going by method, you know. I guess in terms of how we're going to handle it, I think it's a big station. We're going to have to split off again.
Oh, not again.
Yeah.
It always goes well.
I know how well that went the last time we split off. Personally, we could all stay as a group of 4, but that's just going to draw more attention to us on this ship, space station. I keep wanting to say ship. It used to be ship.
You speak colony ship. Perfectly fine to still call it a ship.
It's Deep Space Nine.
I think main goal is contact with Huskies. Obviously, avoiding any conflict. We don't want to be seen as the aggressors in this at all. We're playing on the back foot here. Good Hope doesn't trust us. We're kind of rebel for that reason. So just try and keep tactics. Don't target any civilians. Don't try and hurt any civilians. Don't shoot anybody. If you have to kill somebody, use a knife. Please use a knife. Because I'm remembering the whole don't destroy the city, and then somebody destroyed the city.
It was just a library.
It's just a library.
I'm just saying out loud, you know.
Listen, the hegemony is already burning all the books. What good is a
Oh
library?
my god!
I'm sorry to the people of Alexandria. Fuck me.
Yeah, so if you're doing the social approach, the detail is the social connection you're making here.
Yeah, I would say that that's probably we're trying to make the connection to the Huskies, see why they, like try and get them back on course, try and get them back as part of our attempt at fighting back against the hegemony.
Plus, it would be nice to have a neutral ground we could return to once in a while.
Yeah. Are we going to know the name of any of the Huskies in advance?
There's 4 of them. You could each come up with one.
Oh, fuck. We got to come up with another set of names. God damn it.
Hey, welcome to playing an RPG with me. A captain and 3, regular pilots.
I can take one of the regular pilots. Can we get Craig Rico as one of them?
Craig Rico.
Craig
Oh my
Rico.
god. You silly little goose, you.
Gonna fudge some spellings there.
You You little bashful little dog. You General Left du Bonk.
Lef Dubonk as the captain.
Left.
Yep. I'm writing it down in the.
Oh, sick.
Well, it's in the NPC names.
Oh, wonderful.
Saying, we got it's one of the pre-mades I
Oh,
shipped already.
awesome.
Oh, here we go. I got one. One of the pilots' names can be Marcus Karen.
Nice. You don't have to name the last one immediately, Bluto, but
Jill
it's,
Regs.
Jill Regs. Hell yeah.
Right.
Shout out to Kian who put together a bunch of names, first and last names for our for generating NPCs for this. Really good. Sweet. So you know the Huskies. Presumably, they're from the Green Dog. You've hung out with them before.
Mhm.
You now pick your loadout. So how heavy is everybody going? So gear works slightly differently in this game. Instead of having like a fixed inventory that the characters maintain, at the start of a mission they get to pick their loadout, either light, medium, or heavy, and this changes how much they can bring with them and how much they look like they're bringing with them. Let's go down the list. Coyote, what load are you bringing?
I think I'm gonna bring medium this time.
The medium load is makes the pilot look equipped for a difficult task.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. Great. Hawk, what are you coming with?
We're staying light
Mhm.
at what with being an envoy, and I'm going to be in a very social situation.
Mhm.
I am, I think, just kind of the throwing knives for now.
You
No.
don't
Well,
need to
pilot
declare.
gear.
Oh yeah, right. We don't
Yeah.
need to.
Yeah.
You don't
it's
need to
just
declare
the
that right now.
overall, how much are you taking?
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll just keep light.
Yeah. Later on, if you do want to produce some throwing knives, then be my guest. But no need to declare it right now. Symbolist, what about you?
I'm thinking I'm also gonna be running light today.
Mhm.
I feel just to give Coyote a blessing. I do think there is even though I'm going light, I think there is value in going medium here in that like there's a lot of people coming in and out of this this place, right? There's probably some people who are gonna be a bit more armed, a bit more carrying
Yeah.
the stuff they need. I don't think it's too suspicious to be a bit more jobbed up here,
Mhm.
but we do need a couple of us to be kind of more friendly faces, I feel. So I'll be going light today.
Hell yeah. And Dead Zone.
Dead Zone will also be going medium.
Sweet. Now we do the engagement roll for your starting position and effect and jump right in. So, engagement roll. Somebody please declare that they're going to roll this.
I'll declare that I roll it.
Sick. Okay. So,
Okay.
take 1d6 for plain old luck.
Yep.
Take another d6 if the mission is bold.
We're
I
entering
forgot how we
neutral
define
territory to rescue the Huskies, where there's already a confirmed hegemony presence. I would say it's bold, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that it's like
It's bold socially.
it's bold socially.
Is the mission especially complex? You remove a die if you think so.
I mean, I think for us, okay. Here's my reason why I say that. I think it is more complex than it lets on because it is neutral ground. I think if this was like we are in like on the planet and it was just like a hegemony planet that is like controlled, it wouldn't be complex. This is a neutral party's area. This is somebody that is not like on either side completely. So it presents a lot of gray in that, right? And trying to negotiate around, hey, don't make an ass of yourself in front of the Good Hope. We don't want them against us. We don't want another neutral party bearing down at us. We don't want another issue on top of everything else we're doing. So I think the nuance of having to deal with that is going to make it more complex than it seems. I'm not going to say it's the most complex mission we've ever taken, but it's a little bit more complex than go to this hotel, pay these mercenaries. Because we don't know what condition the Huskies are in.
How did the go to the hotel and pay the guys mission go again?
It went bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
Okay, remove a die. You're back down to 1 die.
Wait, we're removing it?
Yeah, you remove it if it's
Yeah.
especially complex.
Oh, okay.
Because we suck.
Would you have fought less hard if you'd known it was removing a die?
Fuck yeah!
I'll let you keep it for now.
No. I think it's only fair. I think it's only fair that I would be willing to argue it because somebody fucked up the deal last time.
And you're dealing with the same hegemony squad from last
It's
time.
true.
That's going to complicate things. Does the mission exploit the target's vulnerabilities?
No.
I don't know how you would define vulnerabilities
Well,
here.
I mean, we didn't. First of all, the target is the Huskies, correct?
The target's the Void Wolves.
I wouldn't say well, we haven't really seen that the Void Wolves have been social. They are very much I would say they're a deceptive, more so plan. I would say if we were going deception versus deception, it wouldn't be taking advantage of vulnerabilities. But we are pretty sociable. I would say that we're, I hope, kind of a charming team in that sense. We're underdogs. I would say that social probably takes advantage of their neutrality too, because they have to be on the same footing as us.
Okay. You're gonna play nice to force them to play nice.
Exactly, and I think that's what makes our social plan better, because last time they tried to do something, they were already shooting before we got out of the door.
Yeah. I like it. All right, take a die. Is the mission's tactic ineffective against the target?
I would
I'd
argue
argue
yes.
no.
You would argue that it's ineffective? You would argue that it's ineffective for us to be coming in socially in a neutral zone.
Against the against the Void Wolves that we already have bad blood with.
Okay, first of all, let it be known. It's not us doing social versus them. It's us doing social versus them and Good Hope. We have to.
Yeah.
We are trying to keep RAUZ as a public figure, hey, don't exterminate these guys on sight when you see them.
No problem.
In that sense, I think all of these are going to come down to, is it effective not only against the Void Wolves, but against Good Hope? Because Good Hope is the founding place for a lot of this mission of what are you going to do? What are you? Because it's the mission objective is don't cause a scene, don't kill anybody, don't kill civilians, I should say. And don't try and create a scene when there doesn't need to be. We are on the back foot. We are playing this strategy because we are on the back foot. We are not going in social because it's our strong suit. We're going social because it's the smart way to approach this and to not draw attention to us and to not cause a scene.
I will relent because I was not considering Good Hope. I was only considering into the Void Wolves.
That's fair. Because my understanding is Good Hope is it's neutral ground. We aren't.
Mm-hmm. Independent, certainly.
Yeah. So nobody has an advantage. We're even.
Yeah, okay, great. So no removing a die there, so you're still on 2. Are you receiving external support for this mission?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
No extra die?
I mean, I would assume not. I don't think we even really intel'd that there might be other squads here. We could have done that, regardless.
Is anyone interfering with the mission other than the Void Wolves?
No. Well,
No.
from a lawyer sense, no.
Great, cool. Are there any other factors that affect the mission?
I mean, beyond what we've already gone over.
The Good Hope itself.
Well, I mean, beyond what we've already gone over.
Yeah, no. Okay. So I think you have 2 dice there for the engagement roll.
Here we go.
So you got a 2 and a 3. Great.
Awesome.
Your starting position is desperate. Great.
Yay!
Hooray! Okay, so, yeah, your ship docks with the Good Hope. You said you were splitting up? What's the plan here?
Well, the problem is that one of us is going to need a long-range transmitter. I'd assume the station's pretty decently large. And you don't want to just rely on pagers for a lot of this.
Somebody's gonna have to play switchboard.
I mean, I'm willing to do that. That's why I'm, everybody else went light for some reason.
I'm going into the club, dog. I can't be.
We should be at the club.
Dead Zone did go medium.
Yeah, I went medium.
So then I think medium light. I think medium light and medium light.
How are you splitting this up, Lieutenant JG?
I think we're gonna split this up, unlike what we did before. I think Hawk and Dead Zone should go together, and then that leaves Coyote and Symbolist.
Okay.
All right.
I think that's because last time, if everybody wants to complain that the job
not
didn't go well last time,
I'm just holding it a joke. I'm just holding it a joke.
I'm just saying. Don't. It's June. First of all, how dare you? I know what your joke is. It's not February. Don't do this joke. I knew
Juneteenth, motherfucker.
Juneteenth
That's
is
tomorrow.
literally-
That's
it's
tomorrow.
literally- It's literally.
That's tomorrow.
Editor, please
not-
cut this out. Oh
I'm
my
not-
god.
I'm not
Editor,
supposed
please.
to- I'm not associated with that. Get me out of here.
I'm so sorry, Chad.
What do you mean? Sorry. What do you apologize?
I'm apologizing for B's behavior.
My behavior.
As an aside, I would like to say the ACLU has just taken $25 out of my account. So thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you for your service.
Of course. Yeah, I'm going to say that like I think Symbolist with me is a pretty decent one. I'm more of a like handy I don't want to say I wanted to say like handcuffs, but that fisticuffs is what I wanted to say. I don't know what I'm more of a hardy, handy person to be around. And Symbolist is an empath, so like we can maybe try and do some shit.
You're gonna give those ruffians the old handcuffs.
I know. I know.
So you're heading to the brothel?
Putting up your fistable dukes.
Oh, did you mention that you're an empath in your introduction there, Symbolist?
I alluded to it, but I didn't explicitly say that. Yes.
I wouldn't say that I'm picking Symbolist because I know they're an empath. I would say that I'm picking it because Hawk has a better chance in hegemony sections of this ship that are more hegemony leaning. So Hawk and Dead Zone are going to the brothel is what I was going to say before the suggestion was going to go out. I think them going to the brothel. Hawk can play Hawk things and be Hawk.
All right.
Well, in more so of the sense of like you're a known face. I think you being in there instead of us being in the largely down to goose hegemony controlled bar is going to fare a little better. I'm not saying it's going to go good. I'm not going to say it's going to go great. We're desperate. We need something, like.
Hell yeah. Okay, let's not plan this too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Hawk and Dead to the brothel, you two off to the bar.
Or the casino.
Sick.
Yeah. Because the casino is a big spot, right?
Pick one.
It's gonna go great.
Let me flip a coin. I'm flipping a coin.
You can't flip a coin. We have dice.
We're going to the casino.
Okay, casino it is. Hell yeah. It's going to go great. Wonderful. Which one of you two wants to start? Who should we go over to first?
I've been doing a lot of talking.
Yeah.
I'm taking my sip.
Wonderful. Hawk, Dead Zone, you are ferried off of the shuttle and you give a goodbye to Coyote and Symbolist as you head down towards the bowels of this old colony ship. You notice that the corridors in here are pretty tight, and as you descend, you feel yourself getting closer to engineering, getting closer to whatever, great engine and core powers this place. You have been given vague directions when somebody was asking about, tourist spots. They just said you'll find the brothel down below most of the other stuff on the ship. Down here, it's hot, it's steamy, the walls are like wet with condensation, and you make your way towards a neon sign that reads "The Long Leopard."
Dang, I was hoping you were gonna let us name that one.
You want to come up with a better name for it?
Bits and funnels.
I'm sorry, Cass. That was pretty good.
I can't say no.
I'm sorry, it's pretty good.
There is a young woman smoking outside of the door, and she looks up at you and she goes, "What the hell do you want?"
We were told that We could come in here for some fun.
She is dressed in what looks like once would have been quite a stylish suit. It is missing a tie. The top few buttons are undone, and you can see beneath, in the exposed chest, she does have. There are multiple like tattoos on it. Her hair is buzzed short, and she is smoking a cigarette. And she goes, "Yeah, you got the payment up front."
I'm not ready to pay a fucking cover charge, so I look over at Dead Zone and kind of look like, "Hey, Chief, I think this is you."
You are absolutely right. I did, in fact, bring a cold hard cash because I knew that us arriving to a establishment like this would require us to bring funds for at least tips.
You pass over the money because, if it's small stuff like this, we don't need to micromanage how much cash you have. And she goes, "Thanks, girl. What are you two looking for? The group thing?"
Nah, I got a group waiting for me in there. I'll go find them. And I leave these two alone.
And you push your way past.
Well, yeah, Dead Zone paid the cover charge, and I was like, I thought you were gonna fucking like, turn on the schmars, turn on the schmar. All right, and I'm just gonna make my way in.
The corridor is cramped, and you have to sidle past this woman. And as you do, you can feel that she is probably like carrying some sort of weapon on her, but she lets you past after the money goes through, and you step through the door into a much lower lit area. It is like purples and pinks lighting the way. Down a winding corridor to a woman at like a reception desk. And she looks up at you and says, "How can I help you, hon?
Oh, hello.
What's your taste?"
Hello, my space flower. I am looking for a bunch of my good old buddies from security. They're waiting for me. I was hoping to connect with them.
They're at the bar.
She eyes you and she says, "You with station security?"
Ah, no, not so lucky. But I know a bunch of them used to watch the slam ball games back in the day, and hoping to make some new friends.
You're trying to persuade this woman?
Absolutely, because I don't like paying money and all this other bullshit. I'm going to talk my way through.
Hell yeah. Let's make a roll. Let's make a proper action roll. Which action are you going to use here? Which skill?
Mm, 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 I'm gonna just say consort.
Well, we know you're in a desperate position to start with. You look a bit out of place. Um, you're going to consort them. It would be standard effect. I think there is nothing here that you're providing that would make it greater or limited effect. Um, do you have any circumstances or special abilities that might alter this, or add any bonus dice?
Mm, with a woman who is probably just too busy trying to just make ends meet as a bartender, probably not, but I will try to figure out if she's gonna lie to me or not.
Yeah, you'll find that out certainly. You don't have any assistance. You don't get any extra dice. Do you want to push yourself for another die?
Mm, not yet.
In your desperate position, with your standard effect, please roll your skill.
Hey, I'll take it.
4 partial success on a consort. All right, yeah, you do it, but there is a desperate consequence. Yeah, she says to you, "Oh, all right. Tell me what your friends look like, and I'll see if I can remember them."
I kind of just blah describe the guy I met earlier. Like by now, he's clearly probably off work, hanging out with the boys.
The security one from the ship.
Yeah, from the ship earlier.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone like that. Really, we don't get many visits from security. Part of the whole agreement we had worked out. And from the doorway, you hear the woman who was consulting with Dead Zone head in and go, "No talking about the agreement."
Hmm.
Dolly. There we go. Got a name for her. Um, she now looks a little visibly flustered, a bit embarrassed. Maybe something worse if you really pushed, but yeah, she goes, I'm sorry, we don't have any security down here. Do you want to spend time with one of our companions?
You know what? I think I'll just enjoy the atmosphere a bit. Maybe have a drink.
um,
He doesn't. I
this-
will.
Whoa.
yeah, outside. You're talking to the bouncer, the guard,
Yeah.
Dead Zone.
Yeah.
What are you asking about?
You mentioned their piece. Does Dead Zone see it from her vantage point?
Yeah, you can see it dangling in a holster from the side of their hip.
She will nod with her chin. What kind of piece you got?
Oh, this is a terrible pickup line, she says. I don't do that.
Dead Zone, I will declare another item, pull out her piece, and she says, "What pickup line?"
Oh my god.
She's going to draw.
What's happening here? What's going on?
She's holding it by the barrel.
We're gonna get caught already.
She's holding it by the barrel.
Yeah, you want to make me a roll here?
Yeah, of course. I am going to try to manipulate her into thinking that this is not a pickup line.
Okay, which action are you using for that?
Manipulate.
That is a vehicle action.
Oh yeah, that is a vehicle action.
And as sexy as the event horizon is, it is 40 meters tall. It does not fit in this cramped underdeck corridor.
In that case, I'm going to fuck because I'm not
fucked.
anyone. Can I try to talk about the qualities of her piece using my engineer skill?
Hell yeah, you can go into specifics about the build quality of her gun. Absolutely, at least from what you can see on the holster. So you just have one die in engineer. You're in a desperate position. You just pulled out a gun, so
on a neutral space station.
Again, specifically, I am holding it so that I am holding the barrel and the pistol, like the handle is pointed towards the bouncer, not like I'm drawing it.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Still a bad idea.
Yeah, desperate position, standard effect. Do you have any extra things you think could give you a die?
Unfortunately,
Do you wanna push yourself?
I'm definitely gonna push myself. I'll go ahead and take a stress there.
Okay, you take 2 stress.
Two
Yeah,
stress.
sick.
And that's 1 extra die.
Hell yeah! So you have 2 dice. You succeed.
Holy shit!
Oh my
Let's
God,
fucking
okay.
go. Let's fucking go.
Playing RPGs with bees is a real revelation because I never know what they're gonna do. They are always pulling something out of their back pocket that I did not see coming.
Like this was such a horror. Like such a fucking 180.
A success is just, it's perfect. Yeah, you've got increased effect here. Okay, she offers you a trade right here. She holds her gun out for you to put your gun in it, and she hands you the cigarette she's been smoking.
Trade as in like so she can look at
A trade is in
like
just look at it.
Like hold my cigarette while I take a look at your shit.
Yeah,
holds
exactly.
onto the cigarette. Mind if I take a toke?
That's why I'm giving it to you, girl. And she takes your gun and she starts inspecting it. And you can see from the way she's looking over it, she is some sort of military, or at least like maybe a mercenary. She has an intimate familiarity with this weapon, and is doing everything but taking it apart to look through it.
She's doing the MGS3 snake thing.
Yeah, exactly. The build quality is impressive.
I'm surprised they put you at the door at this place with something that looks like that.
Hey, we all gotta take jobs. We all gotta pay the bills.
Yeah, but
What are you doing with a gun like this on a, neutral, independent space station?
I'm supposed to be bodyguarding that asshole who just went inside.
Ain't it always the fucking way?
I can't hear that.
No, you absolutely cannot. They send us out here, the people with actual skills, the people with experience, to just babysit, right?
Babysitting is an understatement. I've dealt with babies with more brain cells at this point.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's a nice gun here. And she offers it back.
And I offer her cigarette back with not a substantial, but like a quarter of it been smoked.
Hmm. Yeah. She takes it back and pulls her gun from her holster. And you have a good moment, talking about the build quality, talking about the specifics of it, the textured grip it has, the way she's filed like further grips on the what is it, the rack? I don't know. I don't know what guns are. Why am I trying to do this? You talk about, the individualized parts of your gun, and she reaches out a hand and she goes, "Nice to meet you."
Pleasure is all mine. Maybe I'll see you around.
Yeah, please. You can call me Scepter.
Scepter's a nice name. Call me Kane.
Okay, nice. So you Hegemony?
I'm whatever the highest bidder pays at this. Like you said, work.
Merc, right? Mm-hmm. You you getting paid well for this job?
Guy that just walked in, former athlete, if you could even call him that.
When do my ears begin to burn?
You'll get there. You'll get there. You're still playing with Dolly.
But yeah, I'm unfortunately we're dealing with that asshole, former baseball slam ball, just something that doesn't actually prove that you're worth a damn. All brawn, no brain.
Damn, girl. Okay, yeah. I like you. Hell yeah. Um, if you need work, you know, security on board the station, we're getting into something. We might need a few more good, well-trained people like yourself. So here, take my pager details. Contact me if you're looking for anything, okay?
I will take down that information and then give her a side eye and to let her know maybe I'll be messaging you sooner than later.
Hell yeah. All right. She gives you a side eye back and slips her gun back into her holster and blows smoke out of her nose. Yeah, sweet. Inside, Hawk, you were dealing with Dolly. You said you were just going to enjoy the ambience.
Well, I'm gonna start looking around. Like, can I recognize anybody who might look like a potential contact so that we can, find a connection to the Huskies?
You walk past this desk and into the main area, and you can see there are a number of couches around with people, on them holding each other. There is a stage in the middle where, a man is working the pole in the middle, and you can see there are like half a dozen private rooms off of this large room. It's tough to see in here with all this purple and pink lighting and it's almost like they don't want anybody to be captured here, anybody to know exactly who anyone else is.
Miss GM, I thrive in the bisexual lighting, I'll have you know.
Hell yeah. All right then, thrive away.
I'm going to ask, because Dolly I know isn't allowed to talk. I'm going to
Mhm.
ask her, you know, who on the payroll here doesn't get a lot of work? A little bit of a, chatty Cathy. Not necessarily one that's going to be, one who's a crazy performer, but, there for more of the, spoken word kind of emotional connect.
Oh gosh. Right. Well, I know. Ooh, let me see here. And she pulls something up and like goes through like what is like basically a binder. She's going through page after page after page. Uh, yeah, Jessie here hasn't had a client in a week.
Oh,
I know she's fiending for some credits.
poor girl. All right. You know she's free right now?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll call her for you if you like.
I would love that. Thank you.
All right. And yeah, she pages something off. And soon a tan woman who looks pretty well built heads your way. You can see she is wearing like a fur coat and it ends at about the knee, underneath which you can see she has prosthetic legs that resemble like runner's blades. Um, She has black hair with bangs, and she goes, "You the new client?"
We could call it that for now. Yeah, how you doing? Name's Hawk.
Great. Hawk. Jessa, very good to meet you. You wanna go get a room?
Of course. And I get up and follow her wherever she leads me.
Yeah, she leads you over to one of the private rooms, which is a dingy little thing. A bed, um, a couch on the other side of it, a table that has, like, a half drunk glass of champagne in it. It's not clean, but it's not dirty. It's just kind of like, a place where a person has been.
Sad.
Yeah, a little sad, definitely. And she goes, "All right, what are you interested in? I'll tell you, weirder stuff is going to cost extra."
Oh, you don't got to worry about any of that with me. I'm here more for the emotional connection. I feel like you can find or do a lot more with people with through the words.
Yeah, yeah, that's going to cost extra.
Ah.
Yeah, she sits down on the bed. She's not particularly warm towards you in the ways that, like, a prostitute might want to be, to invite you in.
I can tell.
She's there and she goes, "All right, put your credits on the table and take your clothes off."
I'm going to place some credit. So, like, let's see. Is it enough that I need to declare this is okay?
You'll be fine.
I'll put some credits on the table, but I'm gonna say, like, look, I don't need to get undressed for that. What's going on? You sound like you got something else going on with you, Jessa.
Ugh. Hey, no. I'm meant to be the one comforting you. What are you doing? Could you go ahead and make me some sort of roll to get information out of her?
I will definitely be using sway, and I'm willing to push myself for this one.
Sick. All right. So yeah, take 2 strain. Sway, you already have 2 dice for.
Hmm.
So that becomes 3 dice.
Whoa.
I would say, she's not like overly fond of you. You're still in a desperate position.
Of course.
And with standard effect. So yeah, go ahead, 3 dice.
Love women that hate me.
6. There you go.
Love women that hate me.
She puts her head in her hands and she goes, "Okay, fine, whatever. I'll tell you anything. You're not gonna fucking go blabbing to your buddies about the sex worker who offloaded all her problems on you." Jeez. Okay. I had this woman in here. She was pretty good. Um, but she made a fuss upon leaving, ran into somebody that didn't want her there, and said she'd call me and hasn't done anything. I figured she would have just left the station by now, but maybe she. I just feel like there was something there, something that she might have come back for seconds. I'm just worried about her.
Hawk doesn't get. I'm assuming she's not sitting on the bed or anything like that, but Hawk is gonna move in a direction to like sit on a side of the bed facing her, or at least close enough to her, not getting too close, and kind of leans forward and doesn't touch, but just says like, "Hey, look, I've been through my own set of paths, and meeting a ton of people, constantly people come and go. Shit's rough. You want to make a connection, and I know I'm just some John of the night, you know." Fuck, I told you the name Hawk. You probably don't even believe that's actually my actual name.
I don't care, dude.
Here, my point is, I think you should connect. You should go back and reach out to that person. You should do what you gotta to make sure. I would like to see that. I would even give you an extra credit or two to make that easier for you. You know?
Okay. What's your angle here?
My angle here is to make a connection. And hopefully you can tell me a little bit of something that I'd like to know going on around here.
Mm-hmm. Fine. Yeah, what do you want to know?
There's a group of some other people that might have come on to the Good Hope relatively recently, and they aren't exactly quiet like I am. Obviously making a joke. God, laugh. You can smile,
Just get where you're going.
Either way, I'm looking for them. They're my friends, and I have connections with them. Me and my other friends are also looking for them. And I can tell you for a fact, it's not going to come back to you or anybody you care about or anybody that you even know or work with here. Just want to know what happened to them and where they're at. And I start describing.
Who are you looking for?
Yeah, I start giving names of the members of the Huskies and describing them and kind of letting them know what we know. So
Wait. Did you say Jill Reggs?
yeah. Do you know her?
That's her.
You
She's missing?
well, let's just say that I need to make.
So you work with her, you're RAUZ.
Shh, not too loud.
I think that's a good point to cut away over to the other group.
I was the problem. I was the problem.
Hey guys, we just as an aside, so when we're doing a stealth operation, when we're trying not to draw attention to ourselves, pulling a gun out and talking to prostitutes.
What's the prostitute gonna do?
Talk to other people.
She's not getting work.
Hello talk.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Crabs in the Pocket. Beam Saber was created by Evelyn Ramsey. Music featured in this episode is by Amy Gardner, with art by Teoft. Any and all questions, comments, or hate can be sent my way on Blue Sky at frogcast.bsky.social. Please rate and review us on your podcast platform of choice. This is the best way to get the podcast new viewers and to tell people that you liked it. And I like reading reviews or comments or whatever you want to say to me. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.